Pokrovsk direction, November 13, 2025. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone spotted a Russian soldier lying on the ground. Using a radio to communicate, moments later, a Ukrainian drone dropped a bomb near his position. The soldier was rendered combat ineffective. A second bomb was released shortly after, marking the end of the brief encounter in the combat zone. Pokrovsk direction, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone spotted two Russian soldiers near the forest's edge and locked onto their position. Minutes later, an FPV drone soared in from above. The Russian troops quickly sensed the threat, raised their rifles, and opened fire. As the drone closed in, both soldiers retreated into dense underbrush, trying to vanish from sight. The first drone hovered briefly before narrowing in on one of the soldiers. After confirming his exact position, it dove sharply and launched a direct strike. Meanwhile, a second drone arrived and began a wide sweep of the surrounding terrain. Carefully scanning the foliage, it soon located the second soldier hiding beneath thick brush. With no time to evade, the drone closed in and executed a precise engagement. Belgorod direction. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone spotted a lone Russian soldier hiding beneath broken concrete along a damaged stretch of road. The soldier had taken cover in a deep crater, lying still beneath slabs of debris in an attempt to avoid detection. From above, the drone locked onto his position, silently tracking his movements or lack thereof. Soon after, an FPV drone was deployed. It descended steadily, closing in on the crater where the soldier remained unaware of the looming threat. As it neared, the drone launched a strike, sending fragments of concrete flying. The soldier was rendered combat ineffective, trapped in place and exposed. Moments later, a second drone approached. With the soldier still lying motionless in the crater, the UAV executed another strike. In this war of drones, no cover is guaranteed and no shelter is truly safe. Zaporizhzhia direction, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone spotted a lone Russian soldier slowly crossing an open field, clearly exhausted. The soldier collapsed into the tall grass to rest, unaware that danger was closing in from above. Moments later, an FPV drone descended quietly, approaching the soldier's position without alerting him. As the drone neared, the soldier remained motionless, never noticing the threat. Then, in a sudden dive, the drone launched a strike. The explosion sent dust and grass into the air, leaving the soldier injured and unresponsive. Before he could react or move, a second drone locked onto the location and moved in, hovering briefly to confirm the target. It surged forward and executed a precise strike. Even moments of rest offer no safety in a battlefield ruled by constant aerial surveillance. Pokrovsk direction, deep in the forest, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone provided overwatch as two Ukrainian soldiers advanced toward a Russian bunker. Each soldier carried a TM-62M anti-tank mine, moving with silent determination under the drone's eye. As they neared the entrance, one of them deployed the mine directly at the bunker's doorway. A thunderous explosion followed, shaking the trees and causing visible damage to the reinforced structure. Without hesitation, one of the soldiers moved forward again and threw a hand grenade into the damaged opening. Seconds later, a burst of gunfire echoed through the trees, aimed at neutralizing any remaining threats. After ensuring the position was silent, the two Ukrainian soldiers retreated from the scene, their mission complete. In the Pokrovsk direction, Ukrainian forces launched a daring ground assault into a residential zone occupied by Russian troops. Tanks led the way, crushing debris and clearing a path through narrow dirt streets. Behind them, Ukrainian infantry moved in tactical formation, checking one ruined house after another. These abandoned homes, once filled with civilian life, now stood as potential hideouts for enemy soldiers. As the troops approached, the tension rose. They peered through broken windows, kicked in weakened doors, and scanned dark corners for any sign of resistance. Then came sudden gunfire. A short exchange erupted near one of the homes, echoing through the empty neighborhood. Moments later, silence returned. The troops completed their sweep and pulled back, leaving the area quiet once again. This operation showcased Ukraine's readiness to deploy combined arms in risky, close-quarters combat zones, challenging Russian control even in heavily damaged residential areas. Pokrovsk direction, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone observed Ukrainian troops quietly surrounding a crumbling, abandoned apartment building. Inside, Russian soldiers were believed to be using the structure as cover. With deliberate coordination, Ukrainian forces placed explosives at key points around the building. The drone hovered silently above, tracking every move. Moments later, a massive explosion erupted, sending shockwaves across the area. The building was structurally compromised and collapsed within seconds. Dust and debris filled the air as the structure gave way, burying everything inside. This strategic operation demonstrated Ukraine's ability to use real-time intelligence and precise demolition tactics to neutralize entrenched enemy positions without direct confrontation. The scene served as another reminder of how urban warfare continues to evolve, where abandoned structures become deadly traps and every building can be a battleground. Pokrovsk direction, Ukrainian forces launched a precision strike using a glide bomb, the FAB-3000, targeting a heavily damaged and abandoned apartment building occupied by Russian troops. The structure, once part of a civilian neighborhood, had become a makeshift shelter for enemy forces. The massive bomb was released from an aircraft, gliding silently before detonating on impact, sending a powerful message through the rubble-filled war zone. Pokrovsk direction, civilian footage captured the dramatic moment a Ukrainian loitering munition struck a residential house suspected of sheltering Russian UAV operators. The strike occurred in a densely built area where numerous drones were already in the air, conducting reconnaissance and support operations high above the rooftops. The sky buzzed with the steady hum of multiple UAVs patrolling and scanning for enemy positions. The targeted home stood out, drawing the attention of a Ukrainian drone operator. Within seconds, the loitering munition zeroed in and made impact, sending debris flying. The strike showcased how drones are increasingly used in modern urban warfare, even in populated zones, to neutralize high-value threats with precision and speed. Pokrovsk direction, a Ukrainian reconnaissance drone spotted a Russian ground robot slowly moving along a damaged road, carrying what appeared to be a heavy payload. The robot crawled forward at a sluggish pace, unaware of the danger ahead. Suddenly, it triggered a hidden landmine. The explosion tore through the machine, destroying it instantly and halting its mysterious mission. Donetsk direction, a Ukrainian drone lay in wait along a road frequently used by Russian vehicles. When a lightly armored transport carrying Russian troops passed through, the drone surged forward from its concealed position and launched a direct strike, ending the movement abruptly. In the Krasnolymansk direction, a Ukrainian drone spotted a lightly armored Russian vehicle parked on a dirt road near the forest's edge. the drone closed in with precision. As it neared the target, it surged forward and struck, delivering a direct hit that left the vehicle destroyed and burning. In the Donetsk Oblast direction, a Ukrainian drone spotted a Russian self-propelled Caesar artillery unit camouflaged beneath trees near the forest's edge. The drone closed in and launched a direct strike, setting the vehicle ablaze and destroying it. Moments later, a second drone identified a pickup truck carrying several Russian soldiers. The drone conducted a precision hit, disabling the vehicle and causing visible fire damage. As smoke rose, a third drone located another Russian troop transport truck in the same area. With calculated precision, it descended and launched another attack. The truck was rendered inoperable upon impact. These back-to-back drone strikes highlight Ukraine's use of FPV drones to eliminate high-value targets and disrupt Russian mobility in contested zones. In the Zaporizhzhia region, a Ukrainian drone armed with a shotgun trailed a Russian UAV through the sky. As it closed in, the operator carefully adjusted aim. At the perfect moment, the shotgun blasted, bringing down the Russian drone mid-air. In the Belgorod direction, a Ukrainian FPV drone was tracking a Russian light armored vehicle speeding down a dirt road. Mid-chase, the drone operator spotted a nearby Russian tank positioned off the roadside. Reacting instantly, the drone shifted course and surged toward the heavier target. With precise control, it closed in on the tank and launched a direct strike, marking a bold and calculated attack deep in contested territory. In Donetsk Oblast, dramatic civilian footage captured a Ukrainian Geran 2 loitering munition, striking the Russian-controlled Zaporizhzhia oil refinery. The site, long under occupation, became the target of a precision drone strike. Moments after impact, massive flames erupted, followed by thick columns of black smoke rising into the sky. The explosion sent shockwaves through the surrounding area and lit up the night horizon. As the fire consumed the facility, it became clear that the attack had inflicted significant damage. Ukrainian forces have increasingly used long-range drones to strike behind enemy lines, targeting infrastructure that supports Russian military logistics. This strike highlights Kyiv's growing drone warfare capabilities and its willingness to reach deep into occupied territory to weaken the enemy's fuel and supply chains. The Zaporizhzhia refinery, once critical for local energy operations, now stands in ruins. This footage has quickly spread online, offering a rare view into the precision and impact of modern drone operations in the ongoing conflict. In the Pokrovsk direction, Ukrainian drone operators successfully repelled a nighttime Russian assault involving pickup trucks and lightly armored vehicles, advancing under cover of darkness, operating independently. The Russian vehicles attempted to approach Ukrainian positions quietly. However, the drones detected the movement and launched a swift counterattack, targeting each vehicle individually. The UAVs delivered precision strikes that forced the attackers to scatter and withdraw. The engagement unfolded in near total darkness, underscoring the effectiveness of night operations and the value of aerial reconnaissance. Ukrainian forces continue to adapt their tactics, using drones not only to gather intelligence, but also to execute fast, lethal responses against enemy advances. This event highlights the evolving role of unmanned systems in defending critical areas. In the Pokrovsk direction, Ukrainian forces launched an aggressive aerial assault targeting Russian reconnaissance drones operating over an active conflict zone. The operation involved multiple Ukrainian UAVs deployed with the sole objective of intercepting and neutralizing enemy drones in flight. Using speed and precision, the Ukrainian drones closed in on their targets and executed direct attacks, effectively knocking several Russian UAVs out of the sky. These high-stakes encounters highlighted Ukraine's expanding drone warfare capabilities, particularly in contesting airspace that had been under constant surveillance. The strike disrupted Russian reconnaissance efforts and sent a clear message about Ukraine's ability to defend its skies.